I used to live my life with constant stress and fatigue. Do you feel this way? I would go to work, come home, cook dinner, put everyone to bed, stay up, work some more, go to bed late, never getting everything done. Then I would get up and repeat the process. I would do this day after day, week after week, and year after year. I never stopped to think about if there was another way, a better way, or what this was doing to myself or my family. If only I had taken the time to see where this path would take me, I could have saved myself and my family lots of loneliness, heartache, and healing. Pastoring well and making time for your family and yourself is both biblical and possible. Let's talk about that now. Find the full transcript for this episode and more resources for pastors at pastoringfromwholeness.com/6. You are listening to Pastoring from Wholeness with your host, Reese Long, helping pastors like you address burnout, make family and self-care sacred, and manage time so you can lead from a place of wholeness. Hey, pastors. Your spouse and kids need you to look into your future, to see where your current path is taking you. Are you headed for wholeness or burnout? Don't worry, I'm not suggesting you quit pastoring. I was able to turn this around, and so can you. Back when this was the story of my life, I spent time with my family, but didn't really engage with them. My mind was constantly on things other than where I actually was. I rarely had deep conversations with my husband, kids, or friends. I lived my life constantly fatigued, stressed out often, never having enough time, and little to no self-care. Does this sound familiar? If you were like I was, you don't even take the time to realize how bad things are or that there's even another way. Pastors like you want a life filled with quality family time, self-care, plenty of rest, while also accomplishing the things you need to do for your church. You probably don't even think this kind of life is possible, so you don't even try. Well, I'm here to tell you, a life like this is possible. I help pastors spend time thinking about the kind of life they really want and take action steps towards a path to wholeness. If you would like to work with me, go to my website, www.pastoringfromwholeness.com, and click on the Work with Reese page. Fill out the form, and I will be in touch. Preaching and making time for his disciples and self-care was how Jesus led. Jesus did things like walk away when there were still people to be healed. He spent time connecting with his disciples, and my favorite was when he took a nap during that terrible storm. You might think you can't have a night off when there are people at your church who need your counsel. You might be like I was, and have never taken the time to think about how you spend your time or what it's doing to your family. Let's say one of your children wants to be a pastor. Would you want your life for them and their family? Why or why not? We all agree that Jesus was the ultimate pastor, and most of the time, words like calm, serenity, and peaceful are words we use to describe him. Do these words describe you as a pastor? Is a better description of you stressed, exhausted, and full of anxiety? These two descriptions are opposites of each other. How do you want to live? Calm, serenity, and peaceful? Or stressed, exhausted, and anxious? Is the place you pastor from taking you in the direction you want to go? Deciding to make family and self-care a priority is one of the most important decisions you as a pastor can make. Imagine every day feeling great, both physically and mentally, having close, intimate, fulfilling relationship with your spouse, and enjoying quality time, having fun with your kids. This kind of life is both possible and biblical. May you pastor from wholeness.
Thanks for tuning into Pastoring from Wholeness. Please leave a review about this show and share this podcast with other pastors. Learn more about how I help pastors address burnout at pastoringfromwholeness.com.